Hi-ho! 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 It's home from work we go. Hi-ho! Hi-ho! Hi-ho!
Alright, so today we're going to be doing the picnic table for PTC, and you want to click on Tools in the top on the toolbar. You're going to click Options, you're going to click Units, and you're going to change both model distances to inches, and hit OK. So now we're going to start drawing boards A and B, and we're going to want to do, you're going to want to go to Menu, and File, New Design.
Then you can also click Shift W to make this window so it's straight on.
And we're going to make a rectangular sketch, and you're going to choose the rectangle button from the design toolbar.
You can also click just R, and it will allow you to draw a rectangle.
And you're going to want to click, you're going to draw this by clicking on the origin, dragging upwards and to the right. Release the mouse button and complete the rectangle. Now we need to do the dimensions for the rectangular sketch. You're going to choose the sketch dimension icon from the constraints toolbar.
You can also click Z.
Hover over one edge of the rectangle. When it turns light blue, click it to select it, and it will turn red. Click and hold the edge of the parallel line in red. Drag dimensions off to the side of the rectangle. Do the same for the other part of the parallel edges. Choose the Select Constraints icon from the Design toolbar.
Or you can just double click on it.
Change one of them to 3.5 inches. And the other one to 72. Zoom to see the whole rectangular sketch.
So now we're going to right click in the drawing window, so that's this. Right click, then you're going to go to View, Auto Scale.
Okay, so now we're going to extrude the rectangle to sketch to create the board.
So a good shortcut for this is by clicking Alt, R, release R, and then press E.
And that is how you extrude it. So now you're going to want to click, when you enter in 1.5 for the distance, 1.5 inches, make sure it's in inches. Make sure it's above work plane, add material, and now you're going to want to click OK.
Now you have a 3D board.
Alright.
Hey, what's up, students of HMS? Tech here. Now, we're going to be creating Board C. Creating a design file. File. New. Design. Create a trapezoidal sketch. Choose the other line icon from the design toolbar.
Or press S.
Roughly sketch out the trapezoid. After completing your first line, make sure to start your line from the endpoint of the other line. Select one of the long edges by clicking it. Hold down and shift to select the other long edge by clicking it. Choose the parallel icon from the constraints toolbar. Select both of the shorter angled edges using shift plus click method. Choose the equal length icon from the constraints toolbar. Dimensions of trapezoidal sketch. Choose the sketch dimension icon from the constraints toolbar.
Or press Z.
Hover over the long edge of the trapezoid. When it turns light blue, click it, select it, and it will turn red. Click and hold the edge parallel to the edge in red.
Dimension at 3.5.
Drag the dimension off to the side of the trapezoid. Select one endpoint of the longest edge. Click and hold the other endpoint for the longest edge. Drag the dimension off to the side of the trapezoid. Choose the Select Constraints icon from the Design toolbar. Make the
Or
length.
just double click it.
Double click the dimension, change it to the length of 3.5 inches.
We already did that over here, so now we're just going to click 32.5. So now we're going to view, we're going to right click on the window, click view, and then auto scale.
Right click the drawing window and view auto scale. Click the extrude profile icon for the feature toolbar.
Or another good way, like I said earlier, is you can do Alt, press R, release it, then press E.
Click the extrude profile icon in the feature toolbar. Enter 1.5 inches to the distance field and hit OK.
So you have to make sure you're adding material and it's above the work plane. Then you're going to press OK.
Your board is complete. Save your design as a board C.
Hey, just another note on this trapezoid. Don't try and make it parallel in the very beginning because you're gonna get an error message. So yeah, don't do that.
When doing the parallel button, it's not gonna work. You're just gonna get a constraint issue.
Yeah.
Alright, so today we're gonna be doing boards D, and we're gonna make a new design. So File, New, Design. And we're going to hold Shift W to get it straight. And we're going to create a parallelogramic sketch. So we're going to choose the line icon
Or press S.
from the design toolbar. Roughly sketch out a parallelogramic tool. And make sure the lines aren't parallel or else you'll get an error message. And we're going to constrain. So we're going to select one of the long edges by clicking it. Hold down Shift and select the other long edge by clicking it. We're going to make them parallel by clicking the parallel line. Now we're going to do the same thing to the shorter edges,
So these ones, the left and right edge.
left and right edge. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the dimensions. So we're going to sketch the dimension icon from the constraints toolbar.
So either this or press Z.
Hover over one of the top or bottom edges.
It will turn light blue. Click it to select it and it will turn red.
Now do the same thing to the other side. Or you're supposed to pull it.
And then what we're going to do. Wait. Watch it.
Okay, let's just restart.
So now we have these ones. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dimension from this side to this side. Okay? So now I'm just going to drag this off this side. By clicking and dragging. So now we're going to have to dimension it. Okay, so this one's going to be 33.9375. And then, so I'm going to get rid of this one because we don't actually need it since we're just going to use this one. And this one's going to be 3.5.
And you're going to make sure that they're both in inches.
So now what I did is I'm going to click View, Auto Scale. So now it's already there. Now we're going to extrude it by doing the shortcut Alt, R, release R, then press E. The distance you want to make it is 1.5. You're going to add material, and you're going to do it above the work plane. So now we are done with boards D. Hello, so now we're going to do boards E. So now I think you know what we're going to do. So we're just going to go File, New, Design, Shift W to make it straight on. I'm going to center this in my page. So now we're going to create, actually, this is actually not a pentagrammic sketch. It's actually a hexagonal sketch because it has 6 sides. So we're going to choose the line icon or press S. So you have to just click back in your window. So S. So now I'm just going to go like this. If you press Shift, it actually makes your line straighter. Okay. So now what I have to do, we're going to constrain our hexagonal sketch. Select one of the long edges by clicking it. So one of these two. Okay. So this is already selected. Hold down Shift and select the other long edge. We're going to choose this parallel icon. Okay. So now we're going to select both of these edges. So we're using the shift click method. So I'm going to click it, shift it, and click it. Now I'm going to choose equal length. I'm just going to go right click view auto scale so I can get the whole thing back into my view. And now we're going to select one of the remaining edges and the longest edge using the shift click method. So one of these, shift. Now we're going to make this a right angle. Select the last remaining edge and the longest edge using the shift click method, and we're going to make that a right angle. Now you have this. So now we're going to dimension our pentagrammic sketch. So we're going to choose this sketch dimension icon or press Z. I think you know that already. Click and hold hover over the longest edge of the parallelogram and it turns blue. Click it and it will turn red. Click and hold the edge parallel to the edge in red. Drag the dimension off to the side. So now I'm going to double click it and I'm going to constrain the length to 3.5. Then you're going to press OK. Okay, now it's 3.5. Now we're going to do that same thing. So I'm going to press Z. And now I'm going to select one of the endpoint of one of the longest edges. So this. And then, so I'm going to click and hold the other edge of the same edge. So I'm just going to click this edge, drag it down, and I'm going to double click that dimension, and I'm going to change it to 5, 6. So now I'm going to do that same thing, Z, select one of the endpoint of the angled edges, okay, and I'm going to dimension that. Okay. So now I'm just going to change that to 2.5. Okay. And now I'm going to choose these two edges, the ones that are perpendicular. Okay, whoops. And this is going to be 1.5. So now let's auto scale this. View, auto scale. And let's see if this one's 1.5. Okay, so now we have to do that same thing. So now, we should have a nice looking hexagonal sketch. So now we're just going to click View, Auto Scale, and now we're going to do it that shortcut for extruding, Alt, R, then E. We're going to extrude it to 1.5, adding material above the work plane, and then we're going to press OK. Okay, now your boards E are complete.
Good morning. This is
Hey, what up, guys? We're gonna do now we're gonna do boards F. So we're gonna create a new design file. Go into File, New, Design. So like that other one, board D, we're gonna do a parallelogrammic sketch. So I'm gonna click S. Actually, you know what? I don't really like the way my windows are set up right now, so I'm just gonna slide them around. So I'm going to click S to make my lines. And look, see? Now I have somewhat, not really parallelogram because none of the things are parallel yet.
And you're going to want to make sure that they're not parallel, or else when you try to make them parallel with the parallel button, you're going to get an error message.
Yeah. So I'm going to select one of the long edges using the shift click method that we've already gone over. So I'm going to press shift, I'm going to click this one. I'm going to press parallel. I'm going to do the same with these ones. Shift, click, parallel. So now we're going to dimension our parallelogramic sketch right here, okay? So we're going to choose the sketch dimension icon, or press Z. I'm going to hover over this until it turns light blue. I'm going to click it, and it'll turn red. Watch. So Z, click that. Now it's red, okay? Now I'm going to click and drag that off to the side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an angled edge. You know how you do this is you're still in Z. You just go to one of the edges right here. Oh. Unselect. You want to make sure you unselect that. Go to this angle and see, you can just do that. I'm just going to bring it out to the side.
And you're going to want to make that angle 54 degrees.
Yep. And now the next one I have to do is this short. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Oops. So now I'm going to press Z, dimension it, and I'm going to click one of these edges and bring it off to the side. So this short dimension you're going to want to make 3.5.
The long edge you're going to want to make 40. And again, that angle you're going to want to make it 54 degrees. So now we're just going to
So now we're going to auto scale it by right clicking, view, auto scale. See? Now I'm going to extrude the parallelogramic sketch by doing our Alt RE method. So that we can extrude it, Alt, press R, release R, then E.
And you're going to want to make sure it's add material.
Add material, yep.
Above work plane. And you're going to want to make it 1.5 inches. And you're going to want to click OK.
Okay, now our board's F is complete.
Okay. Okay, so today we are going to be doing the assembly of the boards, and we're going to make our picnic table. So we're going to want to set our units to inches. So we're going to go to Tools, then Options, then we're going to click the Units tab, and we're going to make sure everything is in inches. So we are okay, it's already set. Okay.
Then press OK.
Then press OK. So now we're going to want to open a new design file. So File, New, Design. And you're going to want to open up your boards A and B.
So by doing that, we're going to use a shortcut Alt, Assembly, Add Component. So now, yours will probably be in here, or wherever Mr. Storella-Mullin tells you to put them. But ours are actually in a different place. They're actually under this. Open.
Okay. So now you're going to want to repeat that 8 times. So you have a total of 9 boards. So we're just going to do that now.
So remember guys, right now I'm at 7 boards. You're going to want to continue till you have 9 boards. And you should also remember that you're going to want to line up each board in the order that they came in. So right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so now we're just going to align all the boards.
Alright. So you're going to click Choose the Select Faces icon from the Design toolbar.
Or shortcut, which is F. So I have to click back in the window. F.
Okay.
So F. I'm going to choose this face. So this is because this is board 1.
Okay. So now we're gonna
also go to Shift. I'm going to select this end face. I'm going to right click.
you're going to go to Assembly, and then you're going to click Align.
See?
Alright, so now they're aligned. They're not together yet. We'll get to that part soon, but for now we're just going to make them all straight. And getting to the menu, when you click Align, you're going to want to right click on your mouse. And you're going to want to...
So now you're just going to continue this with every one of the boards continuing on.
Okay, so by this time you should have all your boards aligned. So now we're just going to align them again so they're all perfectly even on both sides. So you're going to want to do this by clicking F. And so you're going to want to select the top face of the board, hold Shift, click another board on the top face, and you're going to want to click Align. Okay, so now that should be good, and they should be perfectly aligned. So now you're going to want to repeat this process for the next boards. So again, hold Shift, click. Okay, so now we're just going to keep doing that. Alright guys, so you're just going to want to repeat that process for the rest of it. And we did that off camera. So now this is what ours look like. And you guys can just do that and pause the video here if you want. But if you already did that, we're just going to keep going. So we're going to want to go select the side faces of boards 1 and 2. So you can use the arrow keys to rotate your view. And you're going to want to get menu. Okay, we should get auto scale that. So you're going to want to select the side faces. Yep.
And we're going to want to go to offset. So right click, offset. We're going to do a mate, and we're going to do it by 0.125. And press OK.
Alright, so now those boards are aligned, and we're going to keep doing that. Alright, so we are back. We just aligned all the boards like so, and that's going to be the top of your picnic table. Alright, so now we're going to want to support this by going...
So now we're just going to save this file.
Alright, so now we're going to want to go to the menu. We're going to want to click Assembly.
Or click Alt, A. Now you want to get your boards C. Open.
Oh, it's right there. Just going to drag that out of the way. Alright, so we're going to want to repeat that 2 times, so we have a total of 3 boards. So we're just going to do that now. There we go. And now we're just going to do it for the 3rd time.
Alright, so now we have 3 of the boards.
Okay, so now we have the 3 boards that we needed to do. Okay, so we're going to choose the Select Faces icon from the Design toolbar.
Or just press F.
And we're going to select the longest face of the board and one of the top faces of the picnic table. Alright, so we are back, and now we're going to show you how to select the longest face of board C and one of the top faces of the picnic table. Okay, so we're going to want to go to Assembly, which is up there. First, we're just going to drag these boards out of the way. Alright, we're just having some technical difficulties here.
Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the top face of the board, which is right here, F.
And you can use your arrow keys to rotate it.
Yep.
Or you can use it by using your scroll.
And then we're going to use one of the top faces of the picnic table. I'm just going to use the one I'll use the one right in the middle. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go assembly or right click, and then we're going to select, oh, hold on. And then we're just going to select mate, okay? So you can try doing that.
Okay, so to make it easier for you to move the boards, you're going to want to use the push command, which is P. So we're going to demonstrate that for you now.
So watch.
P. Now push. And now you can move them. Okay.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to select the faces icon, or F. I'm going to choose the longest face of one of the boards. I'm going to click shift. I'm going to choose one of these faces. I just like to choose the middle one. I'm going to go mate.
Are you sure about that?
Yep. And then watch. So now I'm going to choose just one of these edges, E. I'm going to get this little tiny edge. I'm going to choose one of these edges. And then I'm going to press center axis. Okay? So now it'll work. So watch. If I press the P command again. So then I'll have to probably offset this when I get all the other boards aligned. See? Now it's all aligned. Okay. Now I'm just going to go view auto scale to get my back into the phone. Okay, so now I'm just going to repeat the process. So we're just going to continue doing this. So watch, I'm going to click this little tiny edge. I'm going to click this big edge, shift. I'm going to do center axis.
And now you see that the board is aligned perfectly on it.
Now I just have to do that same thing with this little board. So I'm going to go F, choose that face, shift.
Just going to rotate it quickly.
Just to see it. Okay. Now we're just going to go put it right here. Now, like I said, we're going to go choose this tiny edge. Click E, shift, click this long edge right here. Shift, click that, center axis.
Now we're going to repeat that for the third board.
Which we already did. So now we're going to, now what we have to do is we're just going to offset the assembly. So go to menu assembly. Now we have to go to the offset, so watch. So I'm going to click the nearest parallel face, so watch. F, this face, F, to this one, right click, offset, align, or mate, and then I'm going to go -7.5. See how that works. Hey, what is up, my dudes? We're back here again with our assembly of the picnic table. So we ran into some trouble with this middle board here. So on this page of the packet, there are some big mistakes that we had. So what we did is we actually just did the P command. Watch. If I click back in P, now watch what I can do. I can right click, and then I can duplicate it. I'm not actually going to do it, but what you just do 2, and you press OK, and then you can position it wherever you want. Alright, so now we're going to move right on to the next part, okay? So now we're going to add the table legs. So we're going to go Alt-A. I'm going to go back into my design files. We're going to go to boards E, or F, yeah, F. Open. Watch what I can do. Duplicate. Look how many I can do. You want to use the P method to move them, just because that's cool.
Man, this is much easier. Okay, Okay, so we got our 4 boards and we're gonna get started.
Yep, so watch. So over here, I'm gonna use the shift click method, and I'm gonna press F, click the bottom of one of these, right here. And then I just choose a face on the bottom of the picnic table. Oh, I didn't press shift. Whoopsies. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna right click. I'm gonna say mate. Okay? And I'm gonna repeat that for all 4 boards. So watch. F, this, shift, mate. Mate, and where's the last one? And mate. So now I'm going to choose the select parts icon. I'm going to move boards F into place on the table. So yeah, we're just going to use that P method to move it again. Okay, so now we're going to choosing the correct face of the board F and board C mate until all are selected. So we're going to choose the side face of one of the boards F. Then we're going to put it in here. And now we're going to go like this. We're going to press mate. Okay? Now you're going to continue that all the way until you're done. So now see this? I'd have to do the opposite side because we want to make them kind of crisscrossed. You want to make them go in the other opposite ways. Mate. Now doesn't that look good? You're always going to want to make them on the inside face. Mate. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with this side again. Mate. Okay? Now you're good. So now all you have to do is, so we're going to choose the select edges icon from the design toolbar, or press E, and select an edge of a board F near the bottom of the picnic table and an edge of a board B one away from the center. See screenshot, okay? Like that, like so. So watch, I'm going to zoom in, press E, and then I have to select 1, 2, 3. Then I just have to select this edge. Now we're going to do center axis.
Alright, so now you're going to repeat that for the other board. And we're going to do it to the
Wait,
same.
actually I did that wrong. This one's going to come right here. So we're going to go E, shift, do them like at the edge of the centers. Center axis. Okay?
Just like that.
You're going to do the same thing over here. E, so E, shift, and then the one right away from the center. Center axis. Okay, can't do that. Never mind.
I think you clicked the wrong one.
Center axis. See? Now look at that. Doesn't that look like a beauty?
In the center.
It's a beauty.
Are you going to want to repeat that to the other side?
Yep. Uh-oh. Did we do it?
You did.
Alright, yep. So, oops, I actually did that one the wrong way. So I have to do it to this side, this edge right over here. Center axis. Now look at that. Isn't that just a beauty? Now we're going to do that for the other side, okay? So E, shift, center axis, E, shift, this one, up. So this long edge, and then this short edge. Then we're going to press center axis again. Oh, whoopsies. See, everybody makes mistakes. Okay. So then I'm going to go like this. E. Center axis. I know. Oops.
It's like that.
I have to select this little tiny face. Oh, okay, I can't. Never mind. So, I made a mistake, so you guys can stop watching now. But I just have to go back and fix this, okay? Hey, what up, guys? Alright, so we're gonna continue doing that, adding the seat supports. So I've already added my components. We've got boards E. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select one of the side faces. Then I'm select one of these faces. These here, on the edge faces, and the one that, oh, sorry, this face, oh, sorry. This face, and then the outside face. Shift. We're gonna go mate. And we're gonna repeat that with that same board on the other side. We're gonna go mate again. Now they should be mated somewhat, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to, oh yes, so we're going to select, I'm going to just auto scale this. So we're going to select one of the top faces of the picnic table.
We're just going to do the middle one because why not? We like the middle one the best.
Yep, and then we're going to select the parallel edge, which is this one, the longest one. Okay, shift. Select that. We're going to go to offset. Now we're going to go to 14.5.
And this is going to be in a line offset.
And then it helps if you do a preview. But it's already a preview for us. See, now that looks just about right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to do that with the other side. So we're going to do F. Select this long one. Shift. F. Shift. And then we're going to go to offset. Now we're going to go to 14.5. And this is going to be in a line. We're just going to go OK. See? So now they are all... Oops. See, so I accidentally did that wrong one. And so I have to edit, undo. And then so I'm going to right click, offset. And then I'm going to go try doing minus 14.5. We're going to do an align. And that looks about right, so we're going to press OK. Now they're both at the same height. Now, for this last step, what you have to do is, hold on, I'm just going to make this full screen. E, select this tiny face, select that outside edge face. Right? Oh, nope, sorry. Tiny face. Shift outside edge face at the top part of the picnic table. Now we're going to go offset 12.7. Align. We're going to preview it, and that looks about right. Okay?
And now you see that that's perfectly aligned with the picnic table.
Now I'm going to do that same thing with this one. So F, click this little face. Shift, click this one. Up here. Then I'm going to go to offset. I'm going to go to minus 12.5, or 12.75.
And that's going to be an align one.
And that looks
now
pretty
you
good.
see you have the supports on the picnic table.
So now I'm just going to save that. Good job, guys. Hello, guys. We're back here making our seats. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top area where we're actually making the picnic table top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press P. I'm going to select Shift, 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 right click, duplicate. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 of these just for right now. Okay. So now I'm going to drag this away. So as you can remember, when we were doing our thing, we had to offset. Do you remember that? I hope you do, because then you're pretty dumb if you don't. Just kidding. No one's dumb in this school. Everybody's smart where everybody belongs.
Oh my god, that's...
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to F, Shift. We're going to offset that by 0.125. It's going to be mating condition. Okay. I know it didn't do much what you think, but actually it did. Okay, we're going to do that with the same thing over here. Hold on, let me get to that view. Shift, click this face. Offset 0.125, mating condition. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go F, Shift, Align, Shift, Align. So basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of going off of here, but not really. And then, so we're also going to do this with the top boards, okay? So F, so click the top face, Shift, click this top face, align this. Click this top face. Click this top face by also using Shift. Now press Align again. Okay, so now, if you press P, you can pull this. And look at, now it's all one big board. So now what we're going to do is we're going to constrain it to this. Okay? Hello, guys. So, you know how I just deleted that video? Yeah, so I just stopped it because we were messed up. But we have made a 100% breakthrough. We are back at it again. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these small faces. So F, click this, F, Shift and click this. Okay? We're going to go Align. Edit, undo. Okay, that's not what I wanted it to do. I'm sorry, guys. So sorry.
It's supposed to be that little face right there and that face.
No, it's not. 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 Okay, we're going to align those. Okay? Align. Okay? Now we're going to mate these boards. So F, click this face. Now you're going to click this face. F, or right click, mate. Okay? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to click this little itty bitty face. F, Shift, click this really long face. Go to offset, 0.12. And it's going to be in a line. That's what it's going to look like. Alright, guys, that's amazing. I know. I'm awesome. I am amazing. Alright, so what we're going to do, so basically to get this stuff over here, you're just going to repeat the same steps that we just did. Let's see if you can do that on your own. I'm not going to do it with you, but you know what? Maybe you can do it. See you later. Alright, guys, so this is what your finished picnic table is going to look like. In your directions, you'll see that you can add braces. you can add braces if you're an overachiever, but you know what? I don't really think a lot of picnic tables have braces. You only need a braces if you're at like a overly large people place. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to file. I'm going to save copy as. So I'm going to file. Sorry, I didn't want to do that. Save. So next what we're going to do is we're going to file, new, photo album. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to file, open. So this is the name of mine. Open this. Oops. Did not mean to do that.
Jamie,
sorry. Alright, so now we're going to just make the picnic table look pretty. Alright, guys? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, New, Photo Album, Image. We're going to do New Image, and you're just going to pick the name of your picnic table. So you have to open it. So, okay. So I want me to show you something cool. So we can do this. Materials. Let's do non-metal. Let's make it, nah. Let's make it wood. Okay. Click it. Click it on that.
F5.
F5. And now look at that. Okay. So you're just going to have to keep on refreshing it.
And you can also make the background something too. We're going to make that something special.
And we can make these. We can leave these supports just like that color, or we could make them. Let's make slate. Or no, let's actually make
Rubber.
Nah, let's make iron. Okay, and so now for our background, what we can do is we're gonna go to custom or special, and then we're gonna do let's do clouds for our background. Make it look like it's outside. F5, and there is your finished product, guys. That is your finished product. Good job, and it was a pleasure working with all of you. Signing off, this is Jamie Perry.
And you're also going to want to go step by step and put it into Google Slides and make sure to include the assembly.
And this is
Hi-ho, 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 it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, 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 it's home from work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Hi